clue in the crossword cipher, the double jinx mystery, the haunted lagoon, more than 50 of them through the decades, and now the mystery of the New York Gala. Just about everybody who is anybody was there. Nick Nickerson, Hannah Gruen, the housekeeper, Police Chief McGinnis, and Charles Osgood.
Goodness gracious me, a passerby might have exclaimed. Why the searchlight on a Manhattan side street in the East 70s? Why the antique blue roadster parked here on a frosty April night with temperatures in the 30s? And why all the fuss over the white-coated woman in her late 80s? Is she an empress of some sort? Her name is Harriet Stratemeyer Adams, and yes, as it happens, she is an empress.
People have nicknamed it the Stratemeyer Empire. We call the company Stratemeyer Syndicate. My father was Edward Stratemeyer.
Edward Stratemeyer, a man with 88 aliases, behind whose steely eyes and starched collar breathed one of the most remarkably prodigious writers in the English language. Under many different names, he created the Tom Swift series, and the Rover Boys, and the Bobbsey Twins, and the Hardy Boys. One day in 1930, the first 3 books in a new Stratemeyer series came out, the Nancy Drew Mysteries. For these, he called himself Carolyn Keene. But on the very day the books came out, Stratemeyer died, leaving the empire and the names to his daughter Harriet. So she became Carolyn Keene. That was 50 years ago. And since then, she has written 56 more Nancy Drew books. To mark those 50 years, her current publisher, Simon & Schuster, threw a party in New York last night, and that explains the fuss on East 75th Street. While Harriet Stratemeyer was becoming a wife and mother and grandmother and growing old, Nancy Drew stayed the same age. She was the same sweet, smart teenager she always was.
You say kids have changed so much. I don't think basically, inwardly, they have.
Nancy did change in superficial ways. Her hair changed, her car changed, and her style of dress changed. But still, after all these years, she dates Ned Nickerson, who, like Nancy, is wholesome as all get out.
Ned Nickerson.
What will happen next?
I think life is a mystery, and it's not confined to books. People, everybody has mysteries in their lives. And I say, if they want to solve them, they should do what Nancy does.
Said Carolyn Keene. Charles Osgood, CBS News, New York.
Nancy Drew fans, it was not Nick Nickerson who was there, as I said. It was his more famous brother, Ned.